Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to your favorite film podcast, the average film enjoyer.
We're back.
We are back. We're sorry. We have all been very busy. Jagger has been busy. He has some news that he will be sharing with us.
Yes.
And I've been super busy with school and work. So we just haven't had any time. But tonight, Friday night, May 22nd, we are recording. And we've already set our next date for recording. So we are going to try to be more consistent. Today we are talking about, we are continuing our IMDb Letterboxd top 250 most fans. And talking about Atonement with James McAvoy and Keira Knightley, and Heathers with Winona Ryder and Christian Slater, which I'm quite excited to talk about both of these. Both, I think all three of us thought both were very good. So it should be good conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to catch up on our diaries because we haven't talked about that in a while, and we've been watching a lot of shit. Good shit and bad shit. All the shits.
Yeah. Some bad.
Yeah. But before we get into anything, you guys probably want to know what we got coming up. So next week, we're going to be talking about some two recent indie hits, mid-90s and Priscilla. So should be some good conversation there. Again, I haven't seen either of those movies. So it should be interesting. And then the week after is going to be our Keep It Clean episode. It's going to be our family episode because we're talking about Moonrise Kingdom and Coco. We're not expecting a lot of families to listen to it.
I'm so scared for Coco, man.
But my mom is going to listen to it, so we're going to keep it clean.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what we got coming up. And then in 3 weeks, we got a banger. We got Avatar: The Way of Water.
Hell yeah.
Absolute heat. Jagger, are you a fan of the Avatar movies at all?
The James Cameron ones?
That pause.
Yes.
Nope.
The James Cameron ones, not the M. Night Shyamalan one.
I love The Way of Water and Fire and Ash.
Great.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Well, I just watched The Way of Water
finally.
2 months ago, but I'm excited to rewatch it. And along with that, we will be talking about, it's going to be our water episode, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Ooh.
The worst Harry Potter movie.
We'll have a conversation about that.
Yeah. It's still a 4-star. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We'd appreciate it if you would
Trey's gonna
join
get
us for
that
those
episode.
Yeah, because it's like your number 2 Harry Potter.
No, it's not my number 2. It's like my number 5.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We tell you these things ahead of time so you guys can go and watch these movies and be prepared for the episodes, because I don't know a lot of, like, if you do listen to it without having seen the movies, great. We appreciate it, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So we want you to be able to watch the movies before the episode. So because you'll be able to enjoy it more. And we 100% talk spoilers. So, what are you going to do? If you're watching this on YouTube, listening on any of the listening services, please give us a like, a review, comment on our YouTube, whatever. We want to hear from you, the fans. Yeah, we want to hear from you. And like movie recommendations you have for us that we can maybe talk about on the pod, all that good stuff. Yeah. So before we get into it, we need to check in because it's been a while. I'm going to send it to Evan first, and then Jagger will have you make your big announcement. So, Evan, how's life been? How are you doing?
It's been good. Busy. Work's crazy. Me and my fiance have started looking at houses. We're moving in August, so potential of buying something, or not buying a house, but like a condo. We'll see. Might just rent one more year, but yeah. So that was one of the reasons we had to postpone recording, because I kept being at house showings. But yeah, all good. Saw some movies. Went to the theater.
Oh
Had a
yeah.
good time. I beat Majora's Mask, and I would like to say that The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is better than Jesus. Yeah. Why am I blanking? Ocarina of Time. Man, that was rough.
Heresy. Heresy.
I don't know why it took me so long to think of that, but yeah.
Wind Waker's better than both, though.
I have started Wind Waker.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty sick.
No, Ocarina's the best one.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Jagger, why don't you tell us what's been going on?
Yeah. Well, I'm making a feature film. Yeah, I was talking with a translator at Penguin Classic Books about the concept of potentially adapting Diary of a Country Priest, very, very famous French novel. And by some miracle of faith, he agreed. So I wrote the screenplay, which I sent over to Trey, and he has been reading. Evan, I don't. Did I send it to you?
No, you haven't sent it to me.
Ah, shoot! I really thought I did. Okay.
I will read it when you do.
I will send it to you, and if you have any time, you can give that a read. Let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
But I wrote the screenplay. I have most of my locations locked down. I have most of the cast set. I have some of my props secured. And this is insider information. Don't know how I got my hands on a lot of this stuff. I have a bicycle from 1933. I have a priest's glasses from the 1930s as well. So far as period piece stuff goes, I've got some really unbelievable location stuff. I found this little like necklace thing. It's a little cross. You can open it, and inside are papers, little pieces of paper that were blessed by a Roman priest in the late 1800s.
Sick.
I got all this stuff for some great deals. I've just been so blessed with it, the way everything's going. I'm so happy about all of it. So yeah, I'm beyond thrilled with how everything's going. I'm so excited. We start shooting late July. Yeah, I have an amazing lead actor. He's the best. Yeah, everything's just, knock on wood, everything's going so great so far. And I'm just really excited for all of this to come together and for all to see what we've been putting together. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we are so excited for you. Are you still, is your, God, flip, the, motherfucker, the how you raise money, what's that website
The
called?
GoFundMe, yes.
The GoFundMe, is it still up?
It's up until a week before shoot day. I'll take anything I can get. Yes.
We will put a link in the bio to Jagger's GoFundMe.
Yes.
Anything you guys can give would be awesome.
Every dollar counts, even a share. Just sharing it around.
Yes.
Everything counts.
So please do that. You guys can look forward to the new movie directed by Jagger Nelson. Oh my God, yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's so cool, dude. I'm genuinely so happy for you.
Thank you very much, man.
It's awesome. It's an incredible opportunity. Um, yeah. So I'm doing good.
Oh yeah.
Busy with school. I have a huge editing project at work right now. But it's not that difficult. It's just a lot of editing. Let me think. I finally decided what I'm going to try to do with my degree. I want to be a high school film teacher.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I'm doing my English minor as well, and then I'm going to get my teaching certificate after, like, in grad school.
Love that.
Dude, congrats.
Because I'm just not built for production. Like, I enjoy doing it, and if Jagger asks me to come out to set and help, I'm gonna do it, of course. But like as a career, I'm just like, nah. I like talking about movies more.
Yeah.
So that is what I will be doing. So yeah, we got a great episode today. We're gonna skip movie news because it's been like a month, and we all got a lot of diary entries. So we're just gonna do that. Spend a little bit more time on that, and then we will get to our movies. Who wants to start us off?
I probably have the least, so if you want me to get it out of the way first, we can.
Yeah, love
Go
it.
for it, big dog.
Okay, to start it off, I watched Leaving Neverland. I found
Was this instead of going to see Michael?
Yes, it is.
Love that.
Leaving Neverland is a 236-minute documentary going fully in depth on all of the crimes of Michael Jackson. Need I say anything at all? Just watch the interview of him calling sleeping in beds with young children beautiful.
Yeah. Crazy.
Good stuff. Then I saw Fight Club in the theater. This movie's so gay and so awesome. I love Fight Club so much.
That was one of the bigger arguments we ever had on this podcast was Fight Club with Trey.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You have this at 0.5 star, don't you?
We love Fight Club. Fight Club slaps.
Fight Club's awesome. Seeing it in a theater was great. Sound
Fight
design.
Club is ass.
Okay. Then I watched Heathers. We'll get back to Heathers. Then I went back to the theater. I saw Speed Racer in the theater.
Hell yeah.
Which, oh my god, what a film. What a film. As it stands right now, I have Speed Racer at my number 2 of all time. I hadn't seen this movie in years, and I forgot how like really mesmerizing it is.
It's such a heater, dude.
Fever dream. It's so peak.
We will be coming back around to Speed Racer shortly. Then I watched Higher Learning. Have either of you seen this?
Never heard of it.
It's a John Singleton movie where Michael Rappaport plays a skinhead.
No.
And he's like calling Ice Cube the N-word for the whole last like 20 minutes of the movie.
Damn. Oh! Is that...
Yeah.
That's not Lawrence Fishburne. Is
no,
that...
Omar Epps.
Damn.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is in
Our
there.
house.
He is in it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay. I almost just got outed. That was almost really bad. But no, it's Lawrence. I was like, oh, it's Lawrence Fishburne because the backdrop on Letterboxd is Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
But then I didn't see him right away on the list of actors, and I was like, oh god. Was it good?
You almost had to cut it. I gave it 2 stars. It was pretty bad.
Okay. Wow. Wes.
You could say it wasn't
has it
for
at
me.
a 4.5.
Yeah, people like it. I think Dan also has this pretty highly rated. Yeah, Dan has it at a 3.5.
Which for Dan, that's like a 4.5.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this movie was pretty rough. It's about kind of everything. But it tries to, like, in 2 hours do what most movies can't do in 12.
Yeah.
So it's really stuffed, but I don't know. I guess it's worth a watch. Then for a little bit of inspiration, I watched the 1951 Robert Bresson Diary of a Country Priest, which after reading the book really skips over a lot of stuff.
Me and Trey both haven't seen this movie, and we probably should, and we should probably read the book too.
Yeah.
The movie is unbelievable for what it is. It's a great film. But as far as an adaptation goes, not the best. Misses a lot of nuance. Not to toot my own horn or anything. No, I'm just kidding. It's really good. It's an easy fight.
Yeah,
so
this
good.
shit sucks. Go see mine.
We get it.
It's such a good movie. It's so good. Yeah, no, that's a 5 for sure. Then I watched Dead Grandma, which is like 45 seconds long on YouTube. And I was so shocked by the end of it. Give that a watch. Pretty solid short. Then I watched Land, Air, and Sea, which is a short from a friend of mine, George. Shout out that guy. Then I watched Cowboy Bebop again, which is a really solid, like, 26 episode anime series about, like, space cowboys. It's so cool. One of the better soundtracks in television history. Then I watched Hokum, which is so boring.
Damn.
It's the closest I think I've been to falling asleep in the movie theater in my life. I was fighting for my life through this whole movie. Oddity? I did. I liked Oddity. And I liked Caveat.
Caveat is gas.
Yeah.
I liked Caveat and I liked Oddity. And this movie has one really amazing moment. And that one really amazing moment should totally have come back like 15 more times. And it never did. And I was fuming leaving the theater.
I did see the weird rabbit thing on Twitter a lot.
The weird rabbit thing is in the movie for a solid 45 seconds and should have been this entire movie. And I'm so upset about it.
Damn.
Yeah. So 2.5. It has a few solid aspects, but then everything else around it was not good. This movie managed to get a bad performance out of Adam Scott. Like a really subpar performance out of Adam Scott, which is a feat. Then Atonement. We'll come back to Atonement. Then I watched The Last Samurai, which I gave a 4.5. That movie kind of rocked.
My brother loves that movie.
Really the Tom Cruise one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically Japanese Dances with Wolves, but it's fucking awesome.
It's so cool. That
movie is so good. We don't condone Tom Cruise's real life exploits, but we do condone Tom Cruise movies because they're sick as fuck.
Then a paint drying log about the movie. Then Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which, again, I just get so happy when I'm watching that movie.
Jagger, Jagger, your top 4 of all time has changed so much since we've become friends.
Yeah.
It's very fluid. When we first became friends, that was your number 1 movie of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
Not a crazy thing to say. I think it's definitely still a top 10, but I think it's still like top something. Yeah, it's number 6.
I have something to say.
Yes.
About these 80s coming of age hangout movies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it, Evan.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Dazed and Confused. The Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
The list goes on.
Dazed and Confused is an 80s.
Whatever.
Not at all, but continue.
These movies, these hangout movies, they're overrated as fuck. They are 4-star.
That's not true. And Breakfast Club isn't a hangout movie. It's a drama.
The Breakfast Club is absolutely a hangout movie. It's a dramatic hangout movie, but it's a hangout movie.
No, it's not.
There's no plot, Trey. That's the thing. That's a hangout
movie. There is a plot!
No, have you seen Everybody Wants Some?
Yeah, I've seen it. I love Everybody Wants Some. Let me...
What are we doing?
80s and 90s ones are so overrated and deeply rooted in this. Okay, to me, they're deeply rooted in nostalgia from an era that I have no connection to. I think they're
neither
good.
do me and Jagger.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that these movies, like, they're 3.5 to 4-star maxes. Fast Times 3.5, Breakfast Club 3.5, Dazed and Confused 4-star, Richard Linklater tax credit.
I'll tell you why I disagree very shortly. I'll keep it
they're
brief.
funny, but they're just they don't have any heart behind them. I find Breakfast Club does, but I just didn't really. I hated that one douchebag in Breakfast Club so much that it took me out of it because he's literally
Bender. How can you hate Bender?
Whoever was like straight up staring at her panties like the whole movie and just like because he's just like
Bender.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. Specifically, Fast Times at Ridgemont High is a very weighty movie in a lot of its concepts. Like, it's dealing with accidental pregnancy and a lot of stuff. And for what it's worth, it works as a really fascinating time capsule film that was based on a very dramatic, like, adult novel. It wasn't originally intended to be like a teen hangout thing. It was supposed to be sort of a socially aware novel, which it was.
By Cameron Crowe.
Yes.
He wrote the book?
Yeah. Cameron Crowe was working for Rolling Stone magazine at the time, which is what what's the Almost Famous is based off of.
Yeah.
But it was when he was like 20 or 21 and he looked really young. And so he asked if he could go undercover in high school for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then write a book about it. And they let him. And then they made it into a movie called Fast Times. The movie is much different from the book. But yeah,
that's what
it's a Cameron Crowe story.
So what works so well about Fast Times is that it's not just a hangout movie. Really what it is sort of a cautionary story about what was going on at that time. It's really interesting, and it's sort of aesthetically and in its stylings very similar to a lot of those hangout movies, but it is a much deeper analysis of that era of time that almost uses its format to speak to the youth of the generation. It's a very fascinating film. So I'm going to come to that one's defense. I can understand having a lot of issues with the hangout movies in general, but I think that's almost why I think you should give Fast Times another look, because there is so much more to it.
Ones too. It's so weird. I just don't have any connection to the 80s at all. Like romance movies, chick flicks, all that kind of shit. Like Clueless. I actually, I don't know when Clueless came out.
That was the 90s.
Oh, I just wanted to shit on that movie. I hate it.
That's crazy.
I understand.
That's his cousin porn.
Stuff sucks.
Like,
10 Things I Hate About You? Garbage.
10 Things I Hate About You is like Fast Times wishes it could be that.
10 Things I Hate About You is amazing. But 10 Things I Hate About You and Fast Times at Ridgemont High are completely opposite.
And there's
movies.
like 20 minutes of Jeff Spicoli going, "Oh, bro, I don't want to wear a t-shirt in this restaurant." Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It's not that funny, though. It's a good movie.
Oh my god!
But Spicoli acts as a comedic relief for the very dramatic themes
but he's
of a lot of the rest
like the main character. He's pretty much in every single scene.
Not really.
When's the last time you watched Fast Times?
Yeah, you're missing the mark on a lot of this.
It's almost in my diary from this last recap. I think I talked about it last episode.
What?
Dude, it's March 21st.
Then you were watching a completely different
March 21st.
movie.
Yeah, because I just don't. Yeah, I kind of write these. Yeah,
that's insane. And also to include the Breakfast Club in there
it's overrated. I'm sorry.
That's insane. Jagger, do you cry when you watch?
I just got a notification. Jagger liked your review of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What
were you saying?
Jagger, do you cry when you watch Breakfast Club?
Yes.
Yeah. Jagger knows ball. And it's not very often that I say that.
Have you seen the Criterion 30 minutes of deleted scenes?
No, but apparently there's like 3 hours of deleted scenes of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they made like a 5-hour movie and had to cut it down, but Criterion has 30 minutes of it. It's really cool to watch.
That was John Hughes. John Hughes would make, like, all of his movies have, like, 3 or 4 hour long cuts, and he just cut everything down. That's one of my
After
big
talking
problems
to
with.
you, I will fight. Like, I will go to war for the 4-hour cut of Planes, Trains. After talking to you, I will
Yes,
go to war
yes,
for it.
the emotional core of the movie was cut out.
It's so good.
It's good, but the emotional peak of the movie was cut short.
What do you mean? It has one of the most emotional scenes of all time.
Yeah,
But
the
it could've been
final scene
stronger,
where
I found
They
Dell,
out.
like me. My
the
friends
final
like
scene
me.
where Steve Martin comes in to
Yeah.
the train station and he's sitting there and he's like, my wife is dead. And there's all these realizations. It feels cut, that scene cut to them walking down the street with the suitcase in between them. And I was like, wait, what the hell? That's it? It feels, you can tell there was more there, but John Hughes, there are times where it feels like John Hughes doesn't trust his emotional impact moments enough to keep him in the movie, or to take them seriously and let them sit and stew with the audience. Evan, I know what I'm talking about. I took an entire class on John Hughes.
Yeah. No, I didn't even know about this 4-hour cut thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
man.
of his movies have 3 or 4 hour long cuts. The Breakfast Club, I think, is 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they're out there, but the Hughes family won't release them. Okay, we got really sidetracked.
I'm sorry.
Okay, where was I? Fast Times. Then I watched
Yes.
the first episode of Steel Ball Run, the new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season, or part, whatever it's called. It was cool. I gave it a 4.5. It was really well done. Then I watched Napoleon, the 1927 one.
Did you watch the 5-hour cut or the 7-hour cut?
I think it was 5 hours. I watched the one that was on Internet Archive.
Yeah, there's a 7-hour restoration, but it's really, 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 really hard to find.
No, I couldn't find that. I watched whatever one was accessible. I'll tell you, man, not itching to watch the 7-hour cut.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to say this. A lot. That movie was boring.
Have you seen War and Peace?
I have. I love War and Peace.
Yeah,
I've read War and Peace. I love War and Peace with my whole heart.
Damn, that's crazy.
Man, this movie was rough to get through.
I think it being a silent movie probably adds on to it.
Yeah. I gave it every effort I could. I ended up giving it a 3.5. I think a lot of technical things here are very strong. The three thing where it's split screen, but it's 3 screens.
Oh yeah, that shit is so cool.
That's really cool. And there's a lot of stuff here that I do think works, but I was fighting to get through it. So do I recommend it? Sure. I think it's worth a shot. But it's just a little much.
Yeah.
In the current state of things, I think it's a little dated.
Yeah.
Then I watched Send Help. Send Help, which I'm a big Sam Raimi fan. I don't even see a glimmer of the appeal. That's crazy. Hint, not a sniff, not a thing. I thought this was pretty unbearable. It sort of feels like those compilations on TikTok of cringe millennial moments.
Oh my god.
It felt like a very solid.
You're muted, Trey.
2 hours.
You guys are really testing my patience this episode.
Okay. I don't want to cut you off, Jagger, but I have a lot of responses. So
yeah. What do you got?
Okay. I would argue that this is one of his most interesting and entertaining movies by far. Rachel McAdams is such a fantastic protagonist. You've got the classic desert island situation. And I think that when I was first watching, I was like, damn, it's taking a little bit to like get to the island bit. But I think it works so well to build up Dylan O'Brien as this absolute piece of shit. And Rachel McAdams is like, damn, all she has in her life is her cats and Survivor. It's like, that's it.
No, it's not.
It's not a cat, it's a bird.
It's a bird.
Right? Yeah, my bad. And first off, the plane crash scene is amazing as she like says fuck you and lets all these people die. And then you just get a master class from Rachel McAdams. Like the scene, like, okay, yeah, we can go spoilers because I have a few scenes I want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scene when she lets the friend die, just incredible. The scene, or the like guy dude, the scene when you think that she's cutting open his balls, top 5 of the year, incredible. Just the performances are so good. I thought it was hilarious. Like the one random Sam Raimi zombie jump scare in the third act that just comes out of nowhere, that's like a dream sequence. I was laughing so hard. I thought it was just like the best shit ever. I adore the ending. The like match cut between her hitting his head into the golf shot is just like chef's kiss perfection. It's so good. And yeah, I just love the whole thing. I think it is so entertaining. It's creepy and really unsettling. Like this is for modern Sam Raimi, I probably have this over Drag Me to Hell, which is one of my favorites of his and like one of probably top 25 modern horror movies. Like I think this shit just rips. Yeah, I said it. I think Send Help is amazing. It's an easy 5-star. It's like number 4 of the year for me.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Number 4 of the year.
Totally fair. I mean, hey, to each their own. My quick little thing, just to bounce off what you said, sort of give my opinion, since my review didn't say anything, just to sort of state where I stand. I thought Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien really horrendously overacted the entire thing. But not in like a campy way, just in like a sort of I'm getting sick of them way. And I also found them both to be really unlikable, so I didn't really care about what was going on. I don't know. To each their own, like I said, but it didn't work for me at all. And then I doubled
changed on rewatch.
Then I doubled down. And I watched the roast of Kevin Hart.
There were some insane jokes in that.
Dude, I was asking my dad what he thought about the Pete Davidson ones, and he did not like them.
This was a firm 1/2 star for me.
What?
It got to a point where I was confused what I was watching. As my review relatively elegantly states, I get needing money, but Jesus Christ, that was unbelievably bad. I don't know. It's 172 minutes. And somewhere around the 90-minute mark, I just realized I wasn't laughing.
Damn.
And I stuck it out. And I never caught myself even giggling.
I'll tell you this. I haven't watched the full thing, but I've watched all of Shane Gillis's bits.
Mm-hmm.
He freaking killed it.
I do like Shane Gillis. I have Shane Gillis's other special at 4 stars. But this whole atmosphere, it felt so like I don't want to say scripted. That feels like the wrong word, but it just felt so like robotic.
I will say the roasts were better when they were on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I'm a big Comedy Central roast guy. I've seen like all of them. I love them. And it felt wrong. Everything about it felt like it wasn't the roast that I've always known. It was the same few jokes over and over again. And it just left me with a very bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So that was a 1/2 star for me. That was 172 minutes that, again, I've thrown to Netflix. But then I saw Obsession,
Fuck yeah.
which saved my run by quite a bit. Obsession is a 5-star movie if I've ever seen one. Oh man. Like I was telling you, Trey, before we started, I was like hiding behind my hands at points in this movie. That
Oh my
doesn't
God,
happen
dude.
a lot. I was
Jagger,
freaked out.
the first scene in the bedroom is like legit one of the scariest scenes of the decade.
Scariest scenes in horror, dare I say.
I think, and I don't really know how to say her name, but the girl that plays Nikki,
Indy
I was
Navarrete?
I was saying this to Trey that I think she has the facial control of Jim Carrey, but for horror. Because holy shit, she does some insane facial acting in this movie.
This might be a crazy thing to say. She is what Mia Goth wants to be.
That's a perfect way to say that.
Just putting it out there.
I cannot wait for Trey to see this so we can talk spoilers on it.
Yeah, just a few very quick thoughts. This is the best performance in horror memory that I can think of. I do think this is better than Toni Collette in Hereditary, and I say that with the knowledge that it might pump expectations. However, I feel comfortable saying that because I stand by that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think the use of aspect ratio here was so smart.
Oh, yeah.
And Curry Barker, really, really nice guy. I'm blanking on it. Oh shoot. I had something I was gonna say. Whatever. Just really like a cool guy. And I want to see him completely overtake the horror world from here on out. I just want to watch everything directed by him. That's my stance.
Dude, apparently comedians who do sketch comedy that transfer to making horror movies do really well.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yes.
We've gotten Jordan Peele, we've gotten Zach Krager, and now we've gotten Curry Barker.
Yep. Yeah, this movie is unbelievable. This is my number 1 of the year. This is probably my number 2 horror of like post 2020s.
Yeah, this is my number 2 of the year.
Post 2000s. I think it's absolutely incredible. It's so creepy and unnerving. It has some really funny moments, but like really powerful commentary on stuff that will be spoilery.
Yeah.
But if you know, you know. I think the ending is diabolical. This movie is fucking diabolical, man. It is so disgusting and dark and gross, but it works so well and mean. It's a very mean movie, but oh my god, it's so good. I loved it. It's so good. Amazing. 5 stars. Number 1 of the year.
Then I watched The Human Condition 3: A Soldier's Prayer again, because I love that movie. And I was on a high after Obsession, and I wanted to watch something good to follow it up. And then to follow that up, I watched Miami Vice 2006, Michael Mann.
Hell yeah.
Holy cinema.
Need a margarita.
Man, the colors in this movie.
Yeah.
Michael Mann on the top of his game is another beat.
It's like if 28 days later looked good, because it's shot on like digital and it's just
that
like
ultra digital cinema look.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. This movie rips.
Then followed that up with another watch of Speed Racer, just because I was feeling good. And then I saw Passenger last night.
This movie will not leave my TikTok For You page with ads.
I'm going to quickly read my review and then I'll hand over diary. A quote from the movie: "Find anything? Just the usual St. Christopher stuff." Man. Not only is there more compelling horror in Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie, Passenger is cinematic pollution that serves zero purpose in its entire existence. It manages to screw up every single aspect of its production, leaving me with the sole thought that it should be wiped off the face of the earth as fast as it came. It has the characters of a Hallmark movie, the emotional beats of a millennial mom novel, the horror of a James Wan copycat, and the writing of Darman. Just to tack on there, they drag Bob Ross into it. My goat should not be involved in this mess. Very rarely do I leave a movie mad. This goes in the same pile with such slop as Megan is Missing, Strange Harvest, Balls Up and Amelia Perez. Go and support movie theaters, but if my opinion means anything to you, go see literally anything but Passenger.
Damn.
Yeah. So my stance is clear. All right, that's my diary.
All right, I'm gonna fly through mine. I watched Shelter 2026, Jason Statham. Not amazing, pretty slow actually, but I still loved it because I love Jason Statham. And then I watched Waste Man, which I highly recommend to both of you. This is a British prison drama
I've
with
heard a lot
Michael
about
Johnson
this.
and Tom Blythe. Really, really good. You watch it with subtitles though, because the accents are insanely thick. And then I watched Heathers, and then I watched Stardust, which Trey has been begging me to watch this movie for like a year, and it's pretty fucking awesome. Really, really fun, super weird. My review says, shocking that the dark and twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn made this absolutely delightful.
And you
yeah.
use the word whimsical.
It's very whimsical. And I heard you say, Jagger, that you want gay Robert De Niro as a pirate.
Yes.
I will warn you that he does not show up for quite some time in this movie when you watch it, but he does shine when he does show up.
Jagger, do you know who else is in it?
Oh.
Like everybody. The cast
Literally.
is insane.
You got Charlie Cox, Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, Mark Strong, Robert De Niro. Who am I missing?
O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole, Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
Ian McKellen narrates it.
Ricky
you sold me
Gervais.
at Peter O'Toole.
Oh my god, Ricky Gervais is so funny in this movie.
Ben Barnes is in it.
Yeah, Stardust slaps. 4 stars with a heart. Really, really liked it. And then I watched Apex, which me and Trey seem to be definitely on the higher side of.
Oh, I want to watch this movie so bad.
It's really bad, but really good. Taron Egerton has an insane accent and just is a menace to society in this movie.
Yeah.
Trey, I'll have you know, you'll love this tidbit. Chad Grandma called me. We were chatting, and she's like, "Oh my god, I watched this movie with Charlize Theron last night." And I'm like, "Oh my god, did you watch Apex?" And she's like, "Yeah, I loved it. It was so thrilling." I'm like, fuck yeah, Grandma.
God, we love Chad
Yeah, it's
Grandma.
so funny. Yeah, and then I finished Beef season 2. Really, really good. Not as good as season 1, but still really good. And then, oh my god, I watched Pizza Movie, and let me tell you, the Pizza Movie slaps. This shit is hilarious. I really liked it. I watched the drama, which we can talk about when Trey talks about it. I have thoughts. Rewatched Mortal Kombat 2021. So good. So much fun. Cole, the protagonist, sucks, but everything else was amazing. Then I watched Punisher One Last Kill. Thought it was pretty bad. The first half is bad. The second half's pretty fun, though. And then I watched Faces of Death, which, Jagger, you need to watch this.
I know.
Is so sick. It is crazy. Dude, Dacre Montgomery is incredible. This movie absolutely rules. This is also an insanely fucked up and mean, gross movie. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Then I watched Obsession. We talked about that. Finished The Outsider, which is a mini series on HBO starring Ben Mendelsohn.
No hate to Ben Mendelsohn.
No, we love Ben
Mendelsohn.
Yeah, and Cynthia Erivo, Bill Camp, Jason Bateman. It's based on a book that me and Trey love. I liked the series. I didn't love it. And then after that, I watched Mayhem, which is a movie with Stephen Yeun and Samara Weaving.
Oh my god!
Have you ever seen it before?
No, I'd never seen it.
Joe
my
Lynch.
god!
This movie rips.
It's like the Belko Experiment.
It's like the Belko Experiment. Yeah.
Wait, shout out Belko Experiment.
Yeah.
That's the movie in the office building?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Mayhem was really, really fun. And then I watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which me and Trey talked about the other day, but definitely could have used like shaving 20-25 minutes off the start of the movie, but pretty enjoyable. Not as good as Evil Dead Rise, but had some rather gnarly gore, especially one scene involving some toenail clippers. Yeah, I gave that 3.5. And then watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind. First watch, enjoyed it. Definitely slow burn, which I wasn't exactly in the mood for. I want to watch it again, but I'd like to see this in
Jagger, have you
theaters.
seen Close Encounters?
I have not. You told me to
Okay,
watch
you're
it
gonna
though.
love Close
It's
Encounters.
really cool. The visuals and the music are incredible. Yeah.
And Francois Truffaut is in it.
What?
Somehow. He's
Yeah.
second build in Close Encounters, and he only speaks French the entire movie and has a translator following him around. It's really weird. Yeah, it's very
I didn't
strange.
know he acted.
And
Whoa.
Jagger, Evan has never seen E.T. either.
No, never seen E.T.
Oh, no kidding. Man, you
Dude.
got to get on that.
Truffaut has 72 acting credits.
A lot of this is documentaries about Truffaut, though.
Oh, yeah, good point. That's crazy. But yeah, Close Encounters is cool. There's one scene that I absolutely adored. Getting hyped for Disclosure Day, so watching more Spielberg soon. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Finally. Okay, my diary. So, for Real Talk Challenge, April Fool's Week, where you watch a movie from the anti-Letterboxd 500, I watched Dragon Ball Evolution, and boy, that sucked. Continuing my physical media watch through, I rewatched 28 Days Later. It's a perfect horror movie. It's fucking incredible. And it's the best of all the late time later movies, or however you say that franchise. Atonement, we will talk about. I watched In the Mood for Love as a Real Talk raffle recommendation. It wasn't my favorite. I have seen Chungking Express, and I enjoyed that much more. I've slowly figured out, specifically this term in school, because we've been talking about realism a lot. I'm just not a big fan of realism.
That's fair.
I think I have to be connected to the characters because it's so character driven. And in this case, I wasn't, so I was just bored. But
fair.
there were a lot of things I really enjoyed about it. Heather's will talk about. I rewatched the two best Mission Impossible movies, Rogue Nation and Fallout. Both are still peak as hell. I finally got around to Primate. It bangs. I really liked it. Super gory, really fun. Jagger, have you seen this yet?
No, I heard it was pretty alright, though.
It's really good. Evan has it at a 3.5. I have it at a 4.5. There's some cool kills, and it's really intense. Yeah,
It's got a monkey.
Good stuff. It's got a monkey. And what it looked like, I haven't researched it at all, but what it looked like is the monkey wasn't like visual effects or CGI or anything. It looked like a guy in a suit.
It was.
Whoa.
Which I really appreciate.
And
See, that I can get behind for sure.
Primate Fox.
Yeah. Finally watched Undertone. This is a 5-star. It is currently my number one of the year.
Jagger, Trey called me while he was watching Undertone, and he's like, bro, I don't even know if I'm fit for watching this. And I was like, what tape number are you on? And he's like, I'm on tape 4. I just started laughing at him.
Yeah. I called Evan halfway through because I was having a minor panic attack. If you're going to watch this, watch it with headphones on in the dark. And you will most likely shit your pants.
So good.
But yeah, it's incredible. Sound design, negative space, all utilized so well in this film. Really appreciated all that. For Real Talk Challenge 30s week, I watched Frankenstein. The Boris Karloff one. Shit's heat. You know, we love a good studio era Hollywood movie. Jagger knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir, I do.
Let's see. For family movie night a few weeks ago, it was my dad's turn to choose, and we watched Kindergarten Cop, which I had never seen. It's Natutuma. For like a week, all I was because I quote a lot of movies in my daily life. All I was quoting was, "Now tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?" Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger is just a goofball, and we're all here for it. Yeah. Continuing with physical media watch through, I watched this movie called Quicksand. It was part of a 4-pack of DVDs of like late 90s, early 2000s mid action movies. This one's Michael Caine and not Michael Douglas, Michael Keaton, the Michaels, 2 of the Michaels. Yep. And it's fine. It's nothing special. Let me see here. I watched Apex. Evan already hit the points. Taron Egerton is an absolute menace.
Shout out to Taron Egerton, a lot of fun. And his beautiful ass that he flexes a lot in this movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ticker was another part of that 4-pack with Tom Sizemore and Steven Seagal and Dennis Hopper. And
when Seagal is in it, it's gonna be good.
Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Steven Seagal is trying to be what Liam Neeson and Jason Statham are. And he's epically failing. It's just tough to see, man. He takes himself too seriously. Statham and Neeson both know what they're doing isn't great. Steven Seagal is like, I'm making masterpieces. And proceeds to make utter shit. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
So good.
I had never seen. It was really good. Jagger, have you seen this?
Exorcism of Emily Rose. The name sounds familiar. I definitely know the poster. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have it watched. Okay, it says I don't, so I'm gonna take it at its word. There's a chance I fell asleep on this one night, but I don't recall.
It's Scott Derrickson, guy who did the Black Phone movies and Sinister.
Doctor Strange.
It's like
and
part
Doctor
courtroom
Strange
drama. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's an exorcism movie in the format of a courtroom drama.
I do have the DVD. Yeah, there's a chance I did watch this.
It's very good. And Laura Linney is in it, and we love Laura Linney.
Yeah. Law and Order Spooky Victims Unit. What a review. Oh, yeah.
That's really good. Rewatched Iron Man for my physical media, watched through, bought it on 4K because I realized I just need the Marvel Universe on physical. So I bought that on 4K. It's still a 4-star, still super good. Just not my favorite Marvel movie. Rewatched The Night House because I finally found a Blu-ray of that. Jagger, have you seen The Night House?
I have not.
You should.
God,
it's amazing.
You need to get on this shit, man.
It's very Hereditary-esque.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The director's name is David Bruckner. He also did The Ritual.
I do love The Ritual.
Some VHS shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Fall Time is another one from that 4-pack. It's Stephen Baldwin and Mickey Rourke. And guess what, guys? Sucked.
Where'd you find this 4-pack? What is this stuff?
A while ago, I ordered this mystery box of DVDs off eBay. It was like $50, and they send you 150 random DVDs. A good amount of them I got rid of, but I kept a decent amount of them. And this was one of the ones I kept. I'm regretting that decision.
I am genuinely considering burning this DVD.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Okay, here's a plot twist, though. The 4th movie in this set, it's an early 90s Charlie Sheen action called Beyond the Law. And let me tell you, This shit was juicy as hell. Don Saxon is an undercover cop who infiltrates a biker gang to nail the scum behind a drug smuggling operation. In order to maintain the trust of the gang's leader, he must commit ever more dangerous and heinous crimes. Just how far, in quotations, beyond the law will Saxon go? And it's Charlie Sheen and Michael Madsen. And it's sick as hell. Half of the scenes are metal music playing with Charlie Sheen in a sick-ass mullet riding a motorcycle. It's real juicy. I rewatched The Outsider because Evan rewatched it. 4.5. Incredible piece of television. Not the best book adaptation, but again, I don't really take that into account when I watch a movie or a TV show that's based on a book. So as a standalone show, it's pretty incredible. I rewatched Gran Torino for my physical media watch through. Somehow Clint Eastwood is racist in the most wholesome way possible in this.
Yep.
And that may sound bad, but you got to watch it.
It's so
Evan,
good.
Jagger hates this movie.
Jagger hates this movie.
I watched a 30 for 30 called This Magic Moment, which is about the Orlando Magic and Shaquille O'Neal. It was quite good. Good basketball doc. God, I have so many more. All right. I'm just going to do speed round. 40s Week of the Real Talk Challenge. I watched Rope. Very good. Jimmy Stewart is the man. And then 50s Week, I kept the Jimmy Stewart going and watched Rear Window. Also, peak as fuck. Family movie night, it was my choice. And my parents were bitching about how bad Interstellar was. So I decided to educate them and have them rewatch it. And they both loved it.
Woke up.
60s Week, I watched Rosemary's Baby. Fuck Roman Polanski, but this movie fucks.
Yep.
No Country for Old Men for physical media watch through. I bought the Criterion finally. And this movie is one of the best movies ever made, hands down. It's incredible. And fuck you, Jagger, for not liking the Coen brothers.
Okay.
Jagger doesn't like this movie.
Jagger, what do you have No Country for Old Men at?
I don't have it rated, but I've seen it. I think it sits around a 3 for me. But I just read Blood Meridian.
Blood Meridian is ass.
What?
Let's get into it.
What?
Blood Meridian
guys,
is such a shit. Yet. Sorry, that book is so. Cormac McCarthy is a shitty writer. Blood Meridian is the same 2 chapters over and over again for 400 pages. It's let's go to a town and rape some people, murder some people, and then drink and party, and then let's go to a field and kill some Indians, and then let's go to another town and rape and murder. It's terrible. Blood Meridian sucks. I read it with a bunch of the guys in the Real Talk Discord, and all of us hated it.
Oh my god, that take is so insane. That take is so sucks. Unbelievably insane.
That book sucks. Everyone I've ever talked to hates that book.
Except for me. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good.
After
whatever.
No Country,
Keep going, Trey. Keep going.
I decided to finally watch End of Watch. David Ayer, what happened, man?
Yeah.
I'm not saying your movies are bad now. You gave us The Beekeeper, you gave us A Working Man, we appreciate it, but this is on a whole nother level. Incredible piece of cinema. And Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena in this have the most believable on-screen friendship I have ever seen. For 70s Week, I watched Apocalypse Now for the first time. A truly monumental piece of cinema. This is something that the scale will never be replicated ever again. I watched Network because I bought the Criterion. It's still a 5-star. This shit hits so good, especially now.
I gotta rewatch that.
I watched the 2016 Blair Witch Legacy sequel. It was surprisingly pretty good. 3.5.
Hell yeah.
Some genuinely scary moments. I rewatched I Saw the TV Glow because I bought the A24 Blu-ray. It's unbelievable, and it still makes me massively depressed.
Oh yeah.
I watched Train Spotting for the first time.
What do you think?
For a Real Talk Raffle Wreck. Also makes me massively depressed. But it's very good. But the baby scene is unbelievably upsetting. We watched The Life of Chuck for family movie night. My mom chose it. I just read the book, and this was also unbelievable and made me a little emotional. But I had already read the book, so I didn't cry at all. I rewatched John Wick for my physical media watch through. It's still heat. It's Keanu Reeves killing people for 2 hours, and I'm all here for it. Rewatched Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
For physical media. Also, a monumental piece of cinema that will likely never be recreated.
Especially not with Doomsday. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Rewatched Iron Man 3 for physical media. This movie is overhated. Shane Black did his best. There's some really good aspects. Yes, it sucks that they ruined the Mandarin, but also I love Trevor Slattery.
Yeah.
I like that I'm reading this like it's the news.
I
watched House of Wax.
Fuck yeah.
JCS truly has the sauce. This movie was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I finally got around to watching Task. I love Mark Ruffalo. He does not get enough appreciation. He is so good. I watched Apt Pupil, and thank God this was different from the book, because that book is dark as fuck.
Yeah.
I rewatched Stand By Me. This is maybe the most accurate book to movie adaptation I have ever seen, and it's an incredible movie. Evan, have you seen this movie?
Yeah. Love Stand.
Yeah.
I haven't read the book yet, though. That's the thing.
Oh, I hate 1980s coming-of-age movies.
Okay, but this is Stephen King. It's different.
Okay.
Okay.
I watched Robots for my physical media watch through. It's
3.5
pretty good.
is crazy.
This
movie's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love Robots.
You have it at a 4. That's a half star larger than me.
It should be higher.
Robots
is
up.
amazing. Sorry, back to it.
Don't be judging me.
You know, at the end when they're dancing to the song.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, anyway, there's a whole dance sequence at the end, and me and my brother learned the entire thing, and we would dance around the house.
That sounds
childhood classic. We love Robots.
That sounds really fucking lame. If you had told me that when we were kids, like if we were friends when we were kids, and you had told me that, I would 100% bully you.
We put Trey in a bad mood.
No, I'm trying to get through this because I'm tired, and we haven't even gotten to Atonement or Heathers. I watched Perfect Stranger for my physical media watch through. Bruce Willis and Halle Berry, James Foley movie. This one is horny as hell and also not that good, except the last 10 minutes is pure nonsense, and I loved it.
Trey, you have a fan.
What do you mean?
Someone's commenting on every single one of these reviews as I go through them.
Oh, is that Brett?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a buddy from film school. You guys would like him.
Gotcha.
Man with a Movie Camera. We watched in film history. Evan, you would hate this because it's a silent film. Jagger, have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
It's unbelievable.
Very good. I just did a thing on this for my English project.
Gerald McBoing Boing is it's an animated short from 1950 that we watched in film theory.
I've been laughing at this name for the last 5 minutes.
This title is insane, and the short is even more insane. Highly recommend Gerald McBoing Boing. Faces of Death. Disgusting, creepy. Dacre Montgomery is unbelievable.
So
and I wanted to slap Charlie XCX this entire time.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of a bitch in this movie.
She is a bitch in it.
I rewatched John Carpenter's Elvis for physical media. Guess what? It's still leagues ahead of Baz Luhrmann's. I watched The Punisher: One Last Kill. I liked all the parts where the plot wasn't involved. The plot was shit. Frank Castle killing people is fucking awesome. Except for that one shot where he falls off a building.
Yeah.
And it looks like unfinished CGI.
Insane.
I rewatched The Longest Yard.
The one
For
with Adam
my physical
Sandler?
media watch through. Yeah. It's
Heater.
enjoyable. I watched it while I did work. And it made, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much if I wasn't doing work. And then finally, to cap off, I'm officially done with all my physical media. Obviously, when I get new physical media, I will continue this. But as of right now, I have no more movies to watch. I capped it off with my A24 director's cut of Midsommar. This movie is gas, and I met someone, Brett, actually, shout out Brett. He said this movie is mid as hell, and I wanted to bitch slap him.
Crazy.
Because that's the farthest thing from the truth. We all have that at like a 4.5, 5-star, right?
Yeah.
I have it at
Jagger?
a 4, but I need to
Okay.
see the director's cut.
It's heat. I rewatched Paranormal Activity because everybody else was, and I love an excuse to rewatch it. It's gas.
So,
One of the most innovative movies ever made.
Yep.
Whether you
Also
like
a
it or not,
half-star movie.
you have to admit that it's innovative. Nobody had ever done anything like this before.
Yeah, but if this is the way they were doing it, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe someone else tried and said, "Man, this sucks," and then scrapped it.
I rewatched The Ritual because I finished the book, which Evan is reading right now.
I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. I have like 2 hours left.
The book is a lot better than the movie, but the movie is also very good.
Movie's very good.
And it's creepy as hell. I finished my physical media watch through, and I was like, damn, what do I do now? Because I was taking up like all my decision making when choosing a movie. So I decided I'm going to start going through directors who I've seen a good amount of their movies, but not all of them, and chuck off the ones I haven't seen. So I got to start with my GOAT, Steven Spielberg, also because Disclosure Day comes out soon. So I watched Duel. I think this is the closest thing to a Steven Spielberg horror movie we are ever going to get.
I have the 4K of this. I just haven't given it a watch yet.
It is pretty fun. I watched The Astronaut with Kate Mara. It was fine, although there are some pretty creepy scenes. More Spielberg. I watched The Sugarland Express. This one was very good. It's like Steven Spielberg does Americana. William Atherton and Goldie Hawn. It's great, and it's a true story. I watched Paranormal Activities 2 and 3. Almost shit my pants. Per usual. The first
Is that the one with
3?
the baby?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I watched 1941, another Spielberg movie. This movie has not aged well at all.
Doesn't Toshiro Mifune show up in this for a minute also?
Doesn't who?
Toshiro Mifune, the guy from Seven Samurai?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of things here that are like Spielberg signatures, but there's a lot of jokes here that aren't PC. Let's see. It was my dad's turn to choose movie night again, so we watched Clifford with Martin Short. Both of you need to get on this shit
you told me about
immediately. It's maybe one of the best comedic performances I've ever seen from the great Martin Short. And Charles Grodin is also in it, as well as Richard Kind and Mary Steenburgen. But I have officially decided Charles Grodin might be the most stressed out man in Hollywood. Every movie I watch with him in it, he's on the verge of having a stroke.
Yeah.
Continuing with Spielberg, I watched Munich. Holy balls, this ripped. And it's unbelievably applicable to the time we are in. It is
Jagger,
about
you're gonna watch it.
it is about the Palestinian terrorist group who took a bunch of Israeli athletes hostage at the 1972 Olympic Games and killed them. It is topical, and it's so good, and it's Eric Bana being the coolest motherfucker around, like every movie he's in. And it's just really topical. We're gonna have to do an episode on it sometime. Okay, I watched The Mummy. Very good. Again, could have been shaved off by like 20 minutes, half hour, but a lot of good things about this movie. I do love me some Lee Cronin.
Jagger,
Yes.
I'm not lying to you when I say there's 18 split diopter shots in this movie.
Ooh.
It's crazy. I said to Trey that you get to a point when there's so many split diopter shots that they start to lose their effect a little bit, and he didn't agree with me. So I'd be curious to see.
No, they're all juicy as hell.
No, you watch a De Palma movie, he proves that incorrect.
I think
Proves
there's
that
more
false.
than all of De Palma's movies combined in this one movie.
That's an overstatement. I watched the drama.
You skipped Twilight Zone, man.
Oh yeah, I watched Twilight Zone for my Spielberg watch through. It was pretty good. Unfortunately, the worst one in this movie was the Spielberg one. Which,
it's also a very troubling movie to rate because I feel like you'll get clapped back on either end.
Wait, I'm reading Cinema Joe's review, and he said feels kind of gross to review a movie where children died while making it.
Yeah.
What?
What happened there?
Oh, hold on. Let me get you the proper information. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
going.
keep going.
The drama also pretty good. Let me see where this is ranked in my 2026. Undertone is number 1. Faces of Death is number 4. The Mummy is number 10. Primate is number 8. And the drama is number 9.
Dude, I love the drama. I thought the
Okay.
movie was so good.
Me and Trey were talking about it, and we both thought that this movie would have benefited greatly from the wedding being like at least 45 minutes long because it's way too short.
Yeah,
and
it takes way too long to get there, and then it only lasts like 3 minutes.
Because the climax should have been way more explosive, and it really isn't.
Yeah,
I think I would have had a
Alana,
heart attack if it was any longer, though. I think I would have actually like shut down.
I really like Alana Haim. I like Haim as a band. She fucking sucked in this movie.
What? Come on.
She
That's
was
crazy.
And I think it was partly her performance, but it was mostly the writing of her character.
You hated her so much. I thought you did a great job at being the most hateable person.
Okay, but weren't you?
I
just
did
talking
hate
about
her.
How
Exactly.
Because no one in that situation would react like she did.
I don't know. I thought she kind of killed it for the character it was.
Okay,
No.
I also think
would
it's
like-
important.
Robert
that the character be
Pattinson
like that,
deserves an Oscar for this performance, though. He's so good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. However,
would like-
Rachel as a character sort of conveys the entire message of the film. I mean, she like think about her confession. I don't really want to go into spoilers as much because I know this is still a new movie, but I mean, her confession,
Her locking a mentally disabled person in a closet and leaving them there.
and then being the character that she is. It's like that's what really shows the like irony of the situation.
so
I
many
mean, that's sort of the
about-
entire message of the film is in her character. I don't
Okay.
know.
I have a few things I'd like to say.
Okay,
Number
yeah.
one, Zendaya should have been sent to jail for even attempting what she attempted.
Yes.
Her character.
Mhm.
I don't want to hear but she didn't do it. That's my stance on that. Second, I would like both of you to watch Thomas Vinterberg's The Celebration, which Trey got in the Real Talk raffle.
Yeah, I've seen like
It is-
half of that movie. I don't know if I can do it.
It is the same premise as this movie, but the whole thing is the wedding. And I think it does the premise so much better. It's way more thought-provoking. It's way more interesting. Asks a lot more interesting questions because I don't know that the drama is as interesting as it thinks it is.
Yeah.
And I think
Although
that,
my last thought on this movie is that shot of Zendaya with the rifle on the bed made me want to buy a gun.
yeah, Trey, we were talking about it. He's like, I think I might need to become more Republican.
It awoke the inner conservative in me.
But yeah, I think that when you watch something like The Celebration and then you watch the drama feels really muted. And
this is going to be a very interesting conversation if we do when we talk about mid-90s. That's really going to pop.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I would just like to say that I would like both of you to watch The Celebration, and then we will talk more about the drama.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Back to it.
I like it. I get
Finish it off, Trey.
And then yesterday at work, I was doing some editing, but no audio stuff. So I threw on a movie and I watched the 2003 Daredevil. This movie sucks ass. For some reason, Daredevil is just killing people, which
really?
has never been an aspect of his character, even in the comics. He gets pretty dark. Like the Frank Miller stuff from the 90s is dark, but he doesn't kill people. But I will say the Evanescence Wake Me Up needle drop goes extra hard in this movie.
Yes, it does.
And then today while I was working, I was looking on my Letterboxd page at the stats and collections that I have almost completed. And I realized I hadn't logged Ghostbusters Afterlife. But I'd seen
Your review for this is insane.
Oh, I was like, what was my review? Yeah, I stand by that.
Okay.
It might be personal nostalgia because I fucking love the Ghostbusters. I grew up with the Ghostbusters, and I feel like this movie, it's a 4.5 for me, this movie. And I feel like it's the perfect blend of like looking back and like cameos and references to the OG and setting up new characters and a new franchise.
Do you think it's better than Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh, shit. I forgot that that's a legacy sequel.
What about Tron Legacy, Trey?
Damn it!
That's why I said I think your review is a little crazy. Because I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. So I was like, damn, has it really got the juice like that?
Here's what I will say. I'm going to spin it so I don't have to edit my review. Here's what I will say. It is the best legacy sequel in terms of format, how legacy sequels should be done. That's what I will say. It does the best job of like looking back, but also setting up for the future.
Yeah.
You know, like capturing the attention of the older fans who loved these movies growing up, and then gaining new fans with new characters and new ideas and new things. That's what I will say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I wanted to tack on, because you're done with watchlists, right?
Yep.
I read a few books, and I would like to briefly mention them, and then we'll talk about Atonement and Heather's. I re-listened to A Parade of Horribles, Dungeon Crawler Carl Book 8, because it finally came out, and I read the early copy, so I finally got to listen to the audiobook, and it was every bit as glorious as I knew it would be. Trey, please, for God's sake, please read these books. They will change your life.
I will at some point.
And then I also read Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I don't really know how I felt about it, because it's like, Russian literature is very unique in the way that it's written, where it's like, Trey, what's your middle name?
Nathan.
Okay, so it'd be like, here we're having a conversation, be like, oh, hi, Trey, Nathan, RZ, how are you doing today? And you would say, hi, Evan, Andre O'Donnell, I'm doing quite fine.
Your middle name is Andre?
Yeah, that's my
Hell
grandpa's
yeah.
name, French.
Hell yeah.
But it's like they use this patriarchal name structure. So they say the full name or they use like random nicknames. So the writing flows very strangely. I think it's it really takes some getting used to. And also the main character, Rodion Romanovich Raskolnikov, is the biggest piece of shit, crybaby, wallows in his own sorrow person ever. And it's kind of insufferable. But that's just kind of what you get. So I was kind of conflicted on Crime and Punishment, but I really enjoyed it, but I kind of hated it too.
I love
but that's kind of just kind of what you
much.
get with Dostoevsky and Russian literature, is like really unlikable characters that have a lot of opinions and like thoughts about life. I thought it was really well written. Yeah. And I also read The Outsider, which was amazing. Shout out Holly. Overhated. Yeah.
What do you mean overhated?
Oh, dude, people hate Holly.
What?
People hate Holly because it's the only thing Stephen King writes about now. They absolutely, like, if you go on the Stephen King subreddit, it's all Holly hate. They hate Holly. So
Holly is like maybe top 3 Stephen King.
She's a great character. But yeah, I'm gonna read
mainly because she's a massive film nerd.
She is a huge film nerd. She hates The Shining too, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read The Brothers Karamazov soon. More Dostoevsky coming soon.
And then read the Gambler and White Knights.
I've read White Knights. I hated it.
What?
I thought it was insufferable because it's like it's too short and the characters are so unlikable and like self-pitying that, but like as a short story, you don't get time to like care about it.
Wow.
But I really enjoyed Crime and Punishment. Like Crime and Punishment's like a high 4.5 for me. But I don't like White Knights.
Fair enough.
And I'm almost on The Ritual, which is really good. One thing I hate about The Ritual, Trey, is the last thing I'll say, is that Luke always, like, I've gotten to the point where he's at the village.
Yeah.
And the writing, it's like, and Luke saw the youths, and then the youths walked up to him, and the youths beat him up, and it's just, I don't like that word.
The youths.
The youths, yeah.
It just makes me think of Schmidt from New Girl.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
The youths.
The youths. All right.
Where he gets his tires stolen.
Yes.
Brothers Karamazov is 1,000 pages?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Jeez. Fair enough.
Okay.
What should we start with?
Atonement first.
Okay.
So, Atonement, for those of you that are not familiar with Atonement, this is a movie starring James McAvoy, Keira Knightley, and Saoirse Ronan.
Yes.
A young girl irrevocably changes Chiwetel Ejiofor changes the course of several lives when she accuses her older sister's lover of a crime he did not commit. So basically, Saoirse Ronan and Keira Knightley are sisters, and Keira Knightley and James McAvoy, Keira Knightley and her family are like really fancy, like high class people, and James McAvoy is like the son of the family who cleans their house. So there's a lot of class stuff going on here. But basically, Saoirse Ronan gets told by one of her friends or her cousins or whoever Juno Temple is playing that she was raped. And Saoirse Ronan convinces her, even though she didn't really see anything, that it was James McAvoy.
Well,
James McAvoy.
It was mainly because Saoirse Ronan got that note from Keira
James
Knightley.
McAvoy sent a highly horny note
like, I want
to
to
Keira
lick
Knightley.
Your hot or something like that.
Yeah. basically sexted her.
Yeah.
On accident too.
Yeah.
And then he gets sent to prison and goes to war, in World War II. So that's when we're taking place. That's the basic premise of the movie. It's pretty incredible if you haven't seen it. Made me very emotional.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we're going to talk about. I'm going to just shoot us our first discussion question. How does that sound to you guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll go through these, and then if you guys have any last thoughts, we can mention those, So, we're going to be going into spoilers for this, for both of these movies. So if you haven't seen Atonement and you are interested in seeing it, please leave now and go watch it and then come back. So obviously, so I'm just going to shout out to Google Gemini. I use Google Gemini for a lot of technical stuff, like writing descriptions for a podcast that I just don't want to do or am not very good at. Yeah, I think AI can be helpful for some things, but it shouldn't be used for other things. I use it a lot for school, like compiling notes into flashcards. But that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I use Gemini to create some discussion questions to drive our conversation today. So first one, Joe Wright uses distinct cinematic techniques like the rhythmic jarring sounds of the typewriter to remind us of Bryony's perspective, Saoirse Ronan's character. How does the film shift our empathy once the final twist reveals that the middle act was a fictionalized act of quote-unquote atonement? Does Bryony's rewrite feel like a profound gift to Robbie and Cecilia or an ultimate act of self-serving cowardice? Now, obviously, this is in reference to, in the middle of the movie, Robbie and Cecilia, Keira Knightley and James McAvoy get reunited after the war and live happily ever after. But then it's revealed at the end that Bryony wrote the whole thing was a book she had been writing, and that didn't actually happen. James McAvoy died during the war, and that she said she gave it to them because of the remorse she felt for sending Robbie to prison. So, what do you guys think of that? Because that's obviously the emotional core of this movie, is that scene, the final scene. And it definitely, I mean, at least for me, it definitely changes how you feel about Saoirse Ronan's character, who, at the end of the day, is the main character of this film.
Ooh.
Either of you can take it.
Okay. I'm going to word vomit, and granted, it has been multiple weeks since I watched this movie. So
Sure.
Take this with a grain of salt. Now, I don't want to sound like a cynic, but I thought that the ending of this movie was incredibly selfish and self-serving. I think it's almost like you feel angry that, and I don't know if because this is based on a book, I don't know if the book is the same, but you feel like the whole story is just a lie. Like, you feel mad at the creator of the story for lying to you, even more than the character itself, because it's such a like slap in the face ending. And I think in a situation that's like this fucked up and bad, from literal childhood, where Bryony is like, yeah, well, she just doesn't like James McAvoy, and that's like one of the bigger reasons she has an immediate prejudice against him, because she's protective and all that. Like,
well, and also the class thing, like she sees him as below her.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like, I don't think you can just do this, right? Like, you could do it for yourself, sure, but as a that's a crazy way to scratch your ear, Trey.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think it's selfish, and I think that it gives nothing to Keira Knightley and James McAvoy. Because it's not like, yeah, you can write them a nice happy ending, but their whole entire story was tragic, like from the beginning. So yeah, and honestly, I didn't feel sympathy. You know, she's really emotional at the end, and maybe I'm cynical, but it's just, yeah, that was how I felt. I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is disgusting.
Yeah. Jagger?
I liked the ending quite a lot.
I love the ending, but like, did you think it was a moment of empathy and like a gift?
No, but I thought the complexity of how should I feel was very powerful, and I thought very well executed.
Yes, exactly. But
there was a lot of strength in the ending, and I think that there's something very, very impressive in the way that this movie had me so conflicted. And I didn't know how I was supposed to be feeling, and I didn't know how I did feel. And it was really troubling because I thought it was very interesting to put yourself in her shoes as she's starting to mature a little bit and understand the real repercussions of what she had done and understand how wrong she was. That sort of atonement concept, I thought everything about it was so wonderfully done and so thoughtful. And I love Joe Wright very much. I really admire Pride and Prejudice. I think it's one of the better period pieces I've seen. And I think that this also is a very strong film. But I think from sort of that moral standpoint, the grayness of it is very well executed. But did I necessarily feel empathy for Saoirse Ronan? I don't know that I did. I think in the end of the day, trying to write it away it doesn't do anything for anyone, you know? It's a self-serving atonement. This want to make good with yourself without actually fully understanding what had been done. It's strong, it's powerful, and it's a really fascinating question. I think there's so much meat on that bone, so much to dig into there. But it's tricky, you know? It's hard to give a clear answer.
Yeah, I think that you hit it on the head with the complexity of the emotions that we feel as viewers, which is why I think it's such an incredible ending.
Yeah.
Because there's not really any, like, you're supposed to feel, like, obviously with, like, a classical style of cinema and with narrative, like, feature films, we are constantly being manipulated and told how to feel or where to look or how scared to be, whether it's the score, the camera angles, the performances, the perspective, anything. We are constantly being told like how to feel. And when a ending or when a moment you're able to be like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel here. I feel many things. That is a really powerful thing. And I think you stated it really well, Jagger. I do think I agree with both of you that it wasn't a thing of like, it wasn't a gift. It was very like, I feel that they would have been more honored if their story was truthfully told.
Yeah. Like the ending. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, obviously, Atonement, not a true story. but I feel like Cecilia and Robbie would have been like, they would have been honored more if their story had been told truthfully. And it seems like by that fake out where they're like, yeah, they got to live happily forever after. It seems very like I'm trying to make myself feel better about what I did. But again, I also think that like we all fuck up as kids. Obviously, not this bad. This is pretty terrible. But we make mistakes. We think we know everything when we're kids, and we don't.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's interesting when you watch a movie and it just lacks any type of catharsis at the end when it's such a heavy story. Like it really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like, I feel empathy for her character because she had to live with that decision that she obviously she's not like, I'm glad I did what I did. She obviously feels terrible and regrets it, and I feel for that, to have to carry that with you your entire life.
Yes.
But I also think they would have been better served if the story had just been told truthfully.
Yeah.
Damn, I think I'm going to keep doing discussion questions. This is some great conversation. I'm not going to do the last one because it's a bit weaker, the last discussion question. But this is the other big thing. This question is titled The Dunkirk Sequence, Artistry versus Tragedy. The 5-minute single-take tracking shot on the beach of Dunkirk is widely considered a masterpiece of cinematography. Mm-hmm. However, some critics argue it romanticizes or beautifies the horrors of war.
Yeah, people say that same thing about Full Metal Jacket.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How do you balance the sheer technical awe of that shot with the narrative weight of Robbie's suffering? Does the spectacle distract from the human tragedy or amplify it? Jagger, I'm going to kick it to you first since Evan went first last time. What do you think?
I think you find that balance by doing exactly what Joe Wright did. I have no complaints, not a single note. Unbelievable piece of filmmaking. I mean, there has to be a scale to how you do war sequences and handle things of that nature. And I mean, not everything can really be come and see. I think there's a time and place for really very weighty war sequences. And I do not think it's beautifying to craft sequences of war that display the sort of grandeur and scale of what's going on around him. I think that that's a lot of where the weight lies. There's a lot of different ways to handle sort of the tragedy of war other than just making everything like people crying and the very bleak horrors of it. I think that that's absolutely something that needs to be shown because it's a very real aspect of war. But I do think that there is also sort of like that. You were talking about Apocalypse Now, like the scale of it, you know? You have to be able to show both sides and have that balance. And I think that this is a really perfect example of that one end of it that's showing how huge and how quite literally explosive everything around him is. I think that that's an important side of war to display. And I think that this is really some of the best way you could possibly handle that.
Yeah. Evan, what about you?
Yeah, there's this whole movie called The Thin Red Line that
is
all about the beauty of human nature with the backdrop of a horrific, vile war. And so I don't know that it is an issue because when you watch a war scene, that should be in your head already, right? Like you should be feeling empathy and like sorrowfulness and like, yeah, the shot is insane. And then when they come up onto the boardwalk and it's like the sun's coming through, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And then that's where you get that feeling of, oh my God, life is so beautiful and the planet is so beautiful, but also they just went through hell, and it's like, yeah. I think that it's a powerful moment that adds even more weight to the story, and like, yeah. I thought
Yeah.
it was incredible. Also, we didn't really mention it, even though the question talked about it. The score for this movie is astounding.
Yes.
Who was like, yeah, let's take a typewriter and just yeah, that'll be it.
And have it be the
Unbelievable.
entire
It is so cool.
percussive section of the symphony.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Dario Marianelli. He also did Pride and Prejudice, V
Shout
for
out.
Vendetta, Paddington 2,
Fuck yeah, the best movie ever made.
according to Nicolas Cage, or according to Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, according to me.
But
yeah, I think that whole sequence just brings it's a necessary moment.
The smoke in the background,
Yeah.
everything about it is just so strong.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I mentioned this earlier. We've been talking a lot about realism in my film classes this term. And a distinct aspect of realism is really long takes. And the advantages of these things is you feel more. There's a term that's used, and this is why guys like Soviet era film theorists, some outlandish film theories that I'm sure Jagger, like montage theory and all that stuff,
Yes.
like I'm sure Jagger loves.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, I do.
Every time I have to read Eisenstein or Kuleshov, I want to kill myself.
Don't you
I'm
dare
like,
disrespect Kuleshov ever again.
This is so off base. But they talk about this, Evan, they talk about this thing called diegetic absorption.
Yes.
So essentially, diegetic is anything that is happening within the world of the movie. So if you talk about like diegetic sound, it's like sounds that are happening within the world of the movie. Or
Right.
non-diegetic is like the score or stuff like that. And then extra diegetic is like voiceovers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Jagger?
Yes.
I might have fucked that up. Okay. But Kuleshov talks about this thing because Soviet era film theorists were very critical of Hollywood.
Yes.
Which is one of the big reasons why I can't stand reading any of their stuff. Kuleshov, though, really famous Soviet era film theorist, talks about diegetic absorption, which is basically like the trance you get into when you're so unbelievably sucked into a movie. And little film theory for you. I think that the long takes aspect here and in realism is a huge part of that. I find that I feel much more in the movie when it's a long take, when there's no cuts. It feels much more like I'm there.
Like the cow sequence at the beginning of Satin Tango.
Oh, shut up. No, we're never talking about Bellatar ever again. And I think that to do a Dunkirk sequence, we've seen it in Saving Private Ryan. We've obviously seen it in Dunkirk. I mean, this is one of the most famous battles in history. Is like Normandy, storming the beach at Normandy. And to do that right, I think you need a long take like this. And Joe Wright kills it. I mean, there are like you said, Jagger, there's people crying in the background and injured soldiers and all this stuff. But I think the peak for me was the point where it goes across the choir singing the hymns.
Yes.
Is so unbelievably haunting and creepy. It's, yeah. We can appreciate this for the artistic shot that it is. It's an unbelievable looking shot, and it's the scale of the set is unbelievable. It's an incredible shot in cinema.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the tragedy of like Dunkirk and Omaha Beach. So yeah, I think it's incredible. Any last thoughts on Atonement before we move on to Heather's?
This is why Russian literaturists are really annoying, but sometimes have good points.
Yeah. Well, also, like a piece of film history for you.
Please.
Russia had very little access to, like, when they started making movies in like the early 1900s, they had very little access to cinema, like specifically Hollywood cinema. Right. And that's how a lot of countries were in the early days, which is why we see like realism take such a hold in national cinema, like international cinemas, and not Hollywood cinema. Because they didn't have this huge influence from Hollywood. They were creating their own types of movies and their own styles, which is a reason, like, if you watch, like, Battleship Potemkin is the most famous Soviet-era, like, Russian movie.
Yeah. And
it's so unbelievably different from anything Hollywood has ever done, even up to now. Jagger, have you watched Battleship Potemkin?
Yes, sir, I have.
Yeah. Evan, if you go to film school, and I'm sure it's the same in, like, Jagger's high school, I've seen Battleship Potemkin once. There's this one sequence from it called the Odessa Steps. I've seen the Odessa Steps maybe 40 times. It's shown in every film class.
They mentioned Battleship Potemkin and isn't it the Obsession they mentioned it in? It was something I just watched. They mentioned it in.
I think they do mention it in Obsession. Yeah. Dude, the Odessa Step sequence is so good. It is
very good.
It's so good.
I don't love montage theory, and I don't love that whole film movement, but I do love the Odessa Steps. So
nice. 4 stars for
me.
Go
watch Atonement. Yeah, 4 stars.
High 4-star for me.
I think this is 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm the same with Jagger. I gave it a 4.5.
I'm right there.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
Nice. Great. We are doing discussion questions for every movie now. I feel like that's the best conversation we've had about a movie in a really long time.
Shout out Keira Knightley, by the way.
She was unbelievable. Okay. Heather's.
I would love to kick off Heather's just by listing. I wrote down these quotes while I was watching Heather's, because they made me laugh so hard. And I would love to just read these for you.
Okay.
So my favorite one was, I used to date Heather and she said I was boring. Now I realize I'm not boring. She was just dissatisfied with her life. I thought that shit was so fucking funny. Also, I got 3 more. Okay. Heather has a line right at the beginning. She says, "Jesus Christ, did you have a brain tumor for breakfast?" Thought that was really funny. And then at the funeral, one of the guys is at the casket on his knees and he goes, "Jesus God in heaven, why did you have to kill such hot snatch?" I love that line. That was hilarious. And then later in the movie, at one of the other funerals, one of the dads, he's like, "I love my dead gay son." I thought Heather's is so fucking funny, man. I love this
movie.
Okay.
Heather's, directed by Michael Lehman, who also did Airheads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. What a classic. We can do the questions straight. It's fun.
Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, a girl who half-heartedly tries to be a part of the in crowd of her school meets a rebel who teaches her a more devious way to play social politics by killing the popular kids. Okay, first question. It is titled The Evolution of Dark High School Comedy. Heather's is the blueprint for the cynical high school movie, paving the way for films like Mean Girls and Jawbreaker. However, Heathers goes to a much darker, lethal place. Looking at it through a modern lens, does the film's pitch black satire regarding teenage suicide and school violence still hold up as sharp social commentary, or has real-world history changed how we digest its humor?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
Evan, go.
I don't think it's changed at all. Sorry. I think that this movie only gets more relevant the more school shootings happen and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
This movie is just like an over exaggerated, like, behind the lens look at like what two people want to do, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. Like gun culture and just like the whole, like, how far bullying gets pushed and shit like that, and the clicks and the desire to fit in. Like, I think it only gets more and more relevant as time goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. Jagger?
I agree with all of that. I don't really think I have much to add. I think it has aged very well. And I think that it's still very biting and pretty funny. It's good.
Yeah. I think that, well, going into this, I thought it was like an 80s, like John Hughes style coming of age movie.
Oh, shoot. Really?
So I was really taken for a ride. I love this. I think my review says this is American Psycho for high schoolers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a great way to put it, too.
Yeah, it's unbelievably relevant in today's world. It's, I mean, Evan, like you said, like the clicks and wanting to fit in and the whole like herd mentality type of thing is unbelievable. And I think if we had been doing this podcast when 13 Reasons Why came out, this would have been an even more interesting episode, because that show like glorifies suicide.
What?
100%.
I have not seen this show.
You don't need to.
Okay.
You don't need to. And I don't think it's intentional. It's just poorly made. You know the show 13 Reasons Why, right, Jagger?
I've heard of it. I've heard like a few things about it. I know
You
my
read the
film teacher
book. Don't
likes
watch
it.
the show. The book's good.
So
I'll skip it all around.
The way the show plays out and the tone makes suicide seem like this cool thing.
Dude, ew.
And teen suicide actually went up when the first season came out.
It went up so much that they cut out the suicide scene. You can't.
This is still available to watch?
No, they cut out the suicide scene, but the
show is still
the show's still there. But
people
and there were
love
more
it.
There's
5 seasons, I think.
Hold on a second, I'm Googling this.
So I think in light of things like that, and again, Evan, like you said, the school shootings, it still remains so unbelievably...
A 30% increase in suicides?
Yeah. The whole scene is pretty graphic and upsetting, but the show is about this girl who kills herself, and she leaves audio tapes for people that are the reasons why she did it. Yeah. And so you get the whole, like, you find out that she died, and then you get the whole story as the show goes on. But yeah, the first season ends with the suicide, and it is it's pretty rough. The reason that they remove that scene is because it's a very like clear cut, here's how you do it type thing.
Yeah.
But even the fact that show and that book exists, and especially like in season 2 when the school shooting almost happens, is an even more clear cut. Like, there you go. It's just that this movie is borderline a comedy. Well, it is a comedy. It's a dark comedy, and that like that kind of stuff's way darker tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really dark. But yeah, I think this movie, every high schooler should watch this movie. Yeah, it's it's definitely still relevant. Okay. Veronica Sawyer, complacent bystander or reluctant hero? So that's Winona Ryder's character.
What?
Veronica actively wants out of the Westburg High clique, yet she constantly participates in the bullying until JD enters the picture. Even then, she accidentally helps commit the first murder. Is Veronica a sympathetic protagonist who got in over her head, or is she just as complicit in the toxic culture of the school as the Heathers and JD? Where do you draw the line for her redemption arc? Quick thing that's not related to the question, but something I want to point out. JD was a term coined in the 50s by adults that meant juvenile delinquent.
Oh, that's actually funny. That's good.
So just wanted to give you guys that little piece of trivia. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Jagger?
I think we've caught a fault in the AI system. Using the word hero here is a crazy thing to say.
Well, she does save the day at the end.
Yeah, but I wouldn't exactly call her a hero
after
as
many
like an
murders.
overall character term.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you read the question once more? I'm trying to think of how to word it.
Yeah.
So, do you think she is a sympathetic character that got in over her head, or do you think she's just as complicit as the Heathers and JD? Evan, do you have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, she's complicit as fuck. Like, she starts the movie in the clique bullying people, bro. Like, if you have that stance, then you are there. Like, you wouldn't be there in the first place if you really cared. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could find other friends. You could find nerds to be friends with. You know what I mean? And like, I know it's hard making friends and whatever, you're hot, you get pulled into the hot mean group, but still.
I mean, yeah.
And whatever, maybe that's one-sided and cynical again, but
no, I wouldn't say
she
so
starts as a bad person, like, and then starts murdering people.
Jagger?
I agree. I mean, I don't even know how to add on to that. It's an unusual question.
It is an unusual question. I think it's interesting, but I would love to hear what you think, Trey, please.
Yeah.
I think I feel both ways. I think that it's like obvious that she wants to be accepted and she wants to be like, she wants everybody in high school, no matter what you say, unless you're unbelievably mature like Jagger mother frickin' Nelson. Everybody wants to be in the popular crowd. So I think you have to take that into account. I think she does want to not be the way she is, but she also doesn't want to become a target for the Heathers, I also think, yeah, she's complicit in murder, but there are moments where you're like the first time they killed the two dudes, like, obviously the first one is she is not complicit in, because JD put a ton of shit that she didn't know about in the cup and killed the girl. Where she kills the two guys, she's like, God, what's happening? JD ends up killing both of them, but she doesn't tell anyone, so that's not great. But then, yeah, at that point, you're like, oh man, she might be a bad person. So I think it's like an interesting thing to think about, like we are all capable of good and bad. And I think that's what her character represents in this movie. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
No, I get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I also would like to add that when the two cops find the dead kids, the dead boys, and they're like, "Ooh, they're gay. They were doing gay stuff." Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah.
The way we're
Alright.
talking about this movie makes it sound very like depressing, and
It's
it
really
is,
funny.
but it is hilarious.
Yeah.
The American Psycho comparison is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
JD and the glamorization of the anti-hero. Christian Slater's performance as JD heavily channels Jack Nicholson. He's charismatic, damaged, and highly watchable. Because the movie makes him so magnetic, does it accidentally romanticize his nihilism, or does the third act successfully strip away his cool rebel facade to reveal him as a pathetic, hollow extremist? How do you think the film wants the audience to feel when he finally blows himself up?
No, if I may take this one, I think you can use American Psycho again a good bit for this. I mean, American Psycho is very funny. Patrick Bateman's a really funny character to watch, and he's very interesting to watch. But at no point do you ever feel like he's a good guy. At no point does it glamorize what he's doing. I think that the comedy of this almost plays off of how horrible he is. I think that's almost an aspect of the comedy here. I don't know. I think that the charisma of it and the comedic aspects, I just don't think glamorization is the word I would use at all.
Sure.
I think it's very aware of how problematic it is, and I think that that's the satire of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Evan, do you have any thoughts about this?
100% agree with Jagger.
Yeah. I think the glamorization is more... I see that as more in reference to how people look at these characters. Because obviously, like, drawing again the parallel to American Psycho, obviously, I don't see it as much anymore, but there was that huge movie like the I'm Him, and it was like Ryan Gosling from Drive, and Patrick Bateman, and De Niro in Taxi Driver. Like, all these psychopathic characters that you're not supposed to relate to, but people were misinterpreting and glamorizing these characters. So I think Christian Slater...
Just on a side note, screw Black Pill content. Thank God that's like minimized now. Gosh.
Screw all the pill content.
Yeah.
If you're one of those red pill guys and you're listening to
What
our
is
podcast,
Black Pill?
like the I'm literally him.
Oh.
Content.
Screw women. I'm
Gotcha.
damn big man. Like literally Tyler Durden stuff, but like not comedic or ironic at all.
So I do think that JD falls into that category.
Yes.
Of characters that could be possibly misinterpreted in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I agree with you here. I think the ending totally does like the question said, strip away like his like it makes him seem less than, like, you're just like, oh, this guy's a fucking weirdo, and not like, oh man, this guy's so cool, he's so edgy.
He's killing people.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. I apologize. Yeah. Well, that's our podcast today. We went a little longer than usual.
It'll be shorter next week. The watch list will be shorter.
Yeah. We are going to be recording next Sunday. So look out for that. Again, that episode is going to be Priscilla and mid-90s. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on The Average Film Enjoyer, and we will see you next time.